It's a strange kind of blindness, isn't it, when you convince yourself that the only people telling you you're wrong are your political enemies, that it's just one party, one ideology, one group of neighbors you've already decided not to trust. But that illusion cracks when the chorus grows louder, when the voices are no longer just your fellow citizens with different yard signs, but the rest of the world, leaders, scholars, allies, even old friends shaking their heads in disbelief at what America has become. When democracies that once looked to us for guidance now look at us as a cautionary tale. Because, let's be clear, this isn't about ordinary left versus right debates anymore. This isn't about taxes or trade or which policy platform you prefer. This is about the shape of the nation itself. It's about whether the system bends toward liberty or collapses into the fists of one man. When a president defies courts and undermines the very elections that placed him in office, when he openly threatens journalists, weaponizes federal agencies against opponents, and floats the idea of extending his power beyond constitutional limits, when he surrounds himself with enablers who whisper strongman as if it were praise. These are not partisan quibbles. These are warning signs, bright as flares in the night sky. And still so many fold their arms and say, no, it's the liberals who are wrong. But tell me, when the rest of the democratic world is pointing at you, not with envy, but alarm, when longtime allies ask if America is sliding into authoritarianism, when international watchdogs rank our democracy in decline, at what point do you stop and listen? Do you really believe Canada, Germany, Australia, Japan, France, the United Kingdom, all simply part of a leftist conspiracy? Do you imagine the world's human rights monitors, historians, and courts of law are just parroting talking points? Or do you reckon with the harder truth, that maybe the problem isn't the other side, but the path we are being dragged down? I ask this with grief, not with glee, because what we're losing isn't just credibility abroad, it's the fragile thread of trust here at home. Every time we excuse cruelty at the border, every time we turn our backs on climate change, every time we watch institutions hollowed out by corruption and do nothing, we send a message not only to the world, but to our children. This is what America became. Someday, they will ask us, when the warnings came from every direction, when the evidence was plain and the world was pleading, why did so many refuse to see? Why did they call it just another partisan fight when it was really the sound of a democracy gasping for breath? We're at that point now. This isn't left or right. This is the reckoning of whether we stand for freedom or for a crown in all but name. So if you find yourself still insisting that only the other party is wrong, ask yourself, why does the rest of the world see it differently? And how long can you keep pretending you don't hear them?